Pidgeot, constrained by high cooldown moves. Garbodor, awful moveset and average base stats. Ariados, terrible stats, but why did it make it onto Naveen's team? These are all considered terrible Pokemon, but what if I told you that these Pokemon were not only usable, but could help you rank up in Legends ZA? Using the 3 worst Pokemon in the game as voted by in the community, I will attempt to rank up in the online arena, playing 30 games with the end goal of reaching rank A. Aurorus was a pretty commonly hated Pokemon, mostly for its poor typing and lack of special stab moves, and look, making a good build for this was pretty difficult. I decided to lean into the special attacking bulkiness and build around its higher special attack to hopefully give it something to work with. Pyro's criticism mostly came from its lack of specialty and the lackluster Mega Evolution it got in the new game. My focus was giving it a large selection of stab moves that gave him range to attack enemies to be able to kill steal due to its higher speed. Aegislash was my last Pokemon here, and this one's a bit more personal because I actually used this exact Aegislash through my playthrough, and my god is it dog shit. I really wanted to use this Pokemon because I think it's got such a cool design, but it took forever to execute any moves I wanted it to, so eventually I benched it from my team, and for that reason I will not be using this exact Aegislash for the challenge. Let me go grab the real one. Hey look, I needed one shiny in this team. And yeah, I just tried to balance his moveset. I tried to give him some faster moves, but let's see how it goes. So in the first game, actually I forgot to put a Mega Stone on Pyro, so let's move on from the first game. But the second game went about as well as the first. That is not very good. This is where some strategy had to be developed. My Pokemon were clearly slower and less strong than most other teams, so my strategy revolved around kill stealing. Yeah, look, you hate it when someone else does it, but you love it when you pull it off yourself. Waiting for opportunities to strike became my main play. I'd hang back, wait for someone else to get targeted or to get hit, then swoop in to finish the kill. Now, some may call this a coward's game. In rebuttal, I would show you my KD during these games, because even if I was a coward, I was not good at it. I was feeding on scraps, and I had to do anything I could to get some points for my rank ups. My best performance was in the 6th game, and I would honestly credit this mostly to luck. My first 2 kills came from 2 people who were distracted by each other, and I managed to get finishing blows on both. I also think the matchup suited me pretty well. Aegislash had a pretty big role in this one, which was surprisingly uncommon, but I think it mostly came down to a bit of dumb luck. Dumb luck that I would need for the rest of the run if I am to succeed in reaching rank A. So after about 15 games, I do think that I could probably reach rank A. I think at the moment, most of the matchups are pretty decent, but like some games, I'm just like up against someone who counters my entire team, so my success is going to just come up to like what the matchups are, and RNG. I still have no idea if ranked based matchmaking is a thing in this as well, because like, I don't know, if it is, it's really not working. I feel like I just like come up against like a guy with an insane team, and then next match it's just like people that get 0 kills the entire time. In the next 15 games, I think I just need to focus on like just switching a lot, keep getting the type matchups correct. I just need to keep kill stealing, because like I feel like that's just like the meta in this. You just basically wait for someone to get like half HP and then hit someone with like a super effective move. But I could definitely reach rank A from here. Yeah, I pretty quickly figured out that it would be far more difficult to get from I to A than to get from Z to I. Like, I'll show you the drop off in numbers here on the graph. But yeah, it was just a very frustrating second half to the challenge. It felt like every attack I went for would either knock the enemy low enough for someone else to steal a kill, or most of the time I just wouldn't even hit them at all. I just get destroyed. Everything one-shots me. Everything. I need a mega. He still gets one shot. What do I do, man? Fucking switch out earlier. Oh, he's so slow. Everything's so slow. I know my strategy was stealing a kill, and complaining about kill stealing is a bit hypocritical, but no, there's no justification. I think it was pretty clear at this point which Pokemon were better than the others. Pyro was clearly the best, just because it had a Mega, and although its Mega is pretty terrible compared to the rest of them, it was essentially godlike against the other terrible Pokemon I had. Aurorus was my second best, just because it had some good type coverage across its moves and would counter Garchomp, which by the way, was in pretty much every game I would load up into. I'd look around and pretty much only see Garchomp sometimes. So if you use Garchomp in these ranked games, I hate you. Then, unfortunately, Aegislash is just the worst. I cannot understate how truly slow and clunky it felt to use this Pokemon. I'll show a couple clips now, but it seemed to never attack whenever I'd say to. Like, it would be 10 seconds before it responded, and by that time, the enemy had moved on. Like half the time I use Aegislash to attack, it doesn't even like land. Like, he's so slow. Overall, the second half was not nearly as good as the first. I'll show the stats side by side again, but I'd chalk this up to one of two things. Me encountering skill-based matchmaking, or me doing this at 1 AM, making stupid mistakes just because I wanted to get through the games. Anyways, I think this experiment has showed that any Pokemon could be viable, although it would probably cost less to your mental health if you just went with a standard pick. Close combat him, bro, please. Oh my god! Just whatever you do, don't pick Garchomp, because I never want to see that Pokemon in my game ever again.